Hi, everybody. It's that time of week. Only the raccoon is sick. Still. So I shall be streaming once again by myself. As the trashiest of trash cans. And yes, this is Genshin for the third time this week. Perhaps there shall be a fourth time tomorrow. When the raccoon is no longer sick. And we can grind together. I was really thinking about it and I was like, damn, it looks like the only two games I own are Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact. The problem is, I own so many more games. Okay? I haven't played a single fucking one in months. Because all I do is play these two games. I do plan on trying to, do more streams, more days of the week of different games. But I'm in con crunch mode right now. So yeah, it's been delayed more than I want to. But when this convention stuff is over, hopefully, hopefully, um I will be able to do more content. I know specifically when the Genshin uh hello, get better. We love you too. Get better, Miss Ear Infection times 2. Rest in pieces. I do plan on when the Genshin anniversary event is live and they give you that year recap, I will show you how much I actually spend playing Genshin Impact, how many hours, how many days of my life. So look forward to that in probably August or September, whenever they do that. But do know that basically July and August are my convention months, so I won't be adding any new games anytime soon, I don't think, as much as I want to. But we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. For now, we're getting back to Genshin. And as the title suggests, we're going to play Baizhu's character quest today. But we're also going to do the grind, the Genshin grind. Because I was thinking about it, and I was like, we're going to make somebody else level 90. Today, maybe. We'll see. I'm thinking Hazo or Kuki right now. Probably more Kuki than Hazo because I use Kuki more. But I love them both dearly, so they deserve it. They deserve to be level 90. But first, I didn't realize it was Hu Tao's birthday today. Let's read Hu Tao's birthday letter. Sorry. I got the burps. I be drinking the seltzer water, a little gassy. Come quick, my friend. Recently, I've been asking Xiangling to teach me the culinary arts. She obviously agreed, and my first task is to go into the mountains and gather ingredients. And the ingredients must be innovative. Now, my dear friend, having read that, I'm sure your eyebrows must be as furrowed as you wonder. Anything that flies in the sky, swims in the sea, or runs around on the ground can fit into the mouth, and can fit into the mouth, has already been tried by Xiangling. So how can one still find innovative ingredients? Even I was confounded and wandered about with hands most empty indeed, till I found myself sitting high in the boughs of a tree, legs swinging free. When the answer hit me, superb ingredients may be found at the ends of the sky, but also right beneath your eyes. This pine is solid, sturdy, and full of fragrance, so it'd be perfect for roasting chicken. Ideas burst forth like water from a spring, so I shall dedicate a poem. The mountains are beautiful beyond compare, trees aplenty and mushrooms rare. So long as your friends are there, even if eating grass most bare, I've chopped the pine and prepared the fowl, and the fire is already roaring. Now all I need is for you to come and taste my progress. And I got Hu Tao specialty ghostly march, some pine wood, and some fowl. Happy birthday, Hu Tao, our favorite director of a certain funeral parlor. First, dailies. God damn you, Liyue. Why is it always in Liyue? Almost always. Why? Anyway, as I was saying before, I do have some games that I want to play. I want to stream. I have Final Fantasy VIII because that is a personal favorite of mine. As a kid, I played it so many times. My mother knew the ending song almost by heart. Yeah, I love that game. So even, with new, fresh knowledge as an adult, I'd like to play it again because the last time I played it was in college and I didn't finish it that time. I did the thing where I forgot to level up to level 100 and collect all the things for Squall's ultimate weapon before Disc 4. So, with the knowledge that I have, or the memory that I have, that I needed to do that, I think it is time to retry that. I also purchased the Chrono Cross Radical Dreamers edition, and I had started playing that, and then I missed the dog, so I was like, I gotta start all over again because I want the dog. So that is a game I could play on stream, because I was playing it by myself when I started it, but I definitely could stream that. I also want to go back to some of the horror games that I got for free. Because I know I played them with Mari, not on stream, and we were having fun.
Rain outlines your fate.
So that'd be a nice little activity. Play some spooky games. Especially because I think it was like The Darkness Within we didn't finish. Because I didn't buy the add-ons for the rest of the chapters. I had only gotten the first one because it was free.
Scanning.
So we'll see. Oh, that took them all out.
Come at me.
Ooh. So I have plans. I just haven't enacted any of these plans because I haven't even started working on stuff that I need to get done for August. Yikes. Yikes. It's too much stuff. I got too much stuff to do. And then also balance full-time job. I'll get it done. It's just like, stuff and things. One thing at a time. Which, after I get back from the convention that I'm going to this month, I'm going to have to buckle down and do all my stuff for August. Speaking of, while I'm away, I will only have my laptop. But I'm going to try and do some funny streaming with my tablet. And do an art stream. And it's going to be Let's Make a Genshin OC Random Edition. And since I'll be there with the pretty pink raccoon, she will help me randomly make a Genshin OC. I don't think I've explained it to her exactly yet, but my idea essentially
I must leave no stone unturned.
it's gonna be to let fate decide what kind of Genshin character we're making, and that's all I'm gonna say because I want it to be a surprise. I'll explain the details when we get to that point. It means I won't have my fancy mic, so I'll probably sound like doo-doo, but that's alright.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Come at me.
I'll figure it out. Because I don't think the mic on my computer's that bad, my laptop's that bad, but my laptop's also from 2012, so it's kind of old. It's kind of an old boy now.
Come at
It's
me.
kind of an old lad, just hanging on, just chilling. So we'll see. We'll do what we can. And I'm excited for that because that was something I've been thinking about doing for a long time, and I finally sat down and planned it out. So yo, I'm pogging. I'm ready. I'm ready to make a random Genshin OC. My dailies. Oh, this one. Okay. Well. Ba-dum. 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 Let's fight this fucking mage because
Steady
I
as
hate
stone.
this fucking
Know my
mage.
sword.
I really hate pyro mages.
Time to act. Dare to mess with me?
Have I told you how much I hate the pyro mages? This is like, they can make a, like, the area around me an issue because they set everything on fire.
Hey, leave it all to me. Body and mind.
Where is
Time
it?
to
Where
act.
are you?
Let me weave you a verse.
Scanning.
I have also worked on Xingqiu quite a bit because I've been trying to get him to a point where I can use him on a team with Kaveh. So that means the only one left is here in the city. In the little city. In the Liyue Harbor. In the harbor. There we go. And, like, believe it or not, I have not done the Baizhu quest yet because... Oh, wait. You know what I noticed? I didn't put music back on. I haven't done a Baizhu quest because waiting for the perfect moment, and, you know, the perfect moment is never gonna come, so let's do it now. Yeah, after my dailies. I gotta finish my dailies first. But yeah, I'm excited. Baizhu, for some reason, is my favorite character. Now, I'm not saying that's bad or anything, obviously, because I love him to death. But Baizhu, for some reason, is my favorite character, has been my favorite character since I met him in Liyue back in version 1. Without even knowing him. So, we're gonna live my rabid fan dreams of learning more about my favorite sickly doctor. Because I think if you've been on one of my other, you know, streams, like one of the Genshin grind streams, I think it was the last Genshin grind stream that I had done with Mari before she got sick, where I've confessed what brought me to Genshin Impact and what made me stay, essentially, like in the beginning at least. And in the beginning, it was my friend Travis had shown me a trailer of, you know, Genshin back in the early days, like before the game was released, and I saw Diluc, and of course the trailer with Diluc showed him beating up all those hilly trolls and like abyss mages and stuff on the bridge, and I was like, oh man, that guy's so cool. I want to play this game for him. And then I started playing the game, and we didn't meet Diluc for a while. We met Kaya first, and I was like, but never mind, cool redhead. Kaya's my favorite. And then, who did I meet next? I think it was Child. And then I saw Child, and I was like, oh damn, he's up to something. But man, is he just some guy? He's kind of hilarious. I like him. And then I learned that he was a little bit, you know, a little bit messed up in the head, and like, it's alright, I like the crazy ones sometimes. And then I met Zhongli, and then I was like, well, Zhongli's my grandfather, and you can never replace him in my heart. He is a dear old man. I cherish him. I care him greatly. And then I met Baizhu, and it was all over. Ever since I saw that he had a vision and I knew he'd be playable, I wanted him so bad. And I was like, he better not be something stupid because he's supposed to be a frail doctor. He better not be like an archer or something, because archers, though people think they're weak, you actually need an incredible amount of arm strength to pull a bowstring. So that's not a weapon that would fit him, nor with a sword or a claymore, especially not a fucking claymore. So I'm very glad that he's a catalyst like I wanted, because it fits his frailty very well,
Astra,
as being a man
thank you for
with
completing
noodle
today's
arms.
commissions. Here is your reward.
Sickly man with noodle arms. It's
Ad Astra Abyss.
pretty on brand for who he's supposed to be. Um, and yeah, like, you know, despite the fact that I was like, oh my god, I love Toma, and then they released Ayato, and I was like, oh my god, I love Ayato, he's my little prince. And then, who came after them? I think it was Al-Haytham, maybe. Hold on. If it was Al-Haytham, then I was like, oh my god, he's so cool. He's so mysterious. And then Kaveh. And I was like, Kaveh, my baby. Because he's literally just like a man after my own heart. Because he's an artist that knows what the pain in painting means. But like, you know, regardless of all the all the characters that I've liked, because I did really like A and Miko too. I just don't mention it because we're talking about tall men here. Always talking about tall men here. And I was like, you know, I like all these guys, but you know who's the best still? Baizhu. Where's my Baizhu Hoyoverse? And then here it is, year 3. Or at least the end of year 2, whatever, and they released Baizhu 3.6, and I lost my fucking mind. So that's the history of me and why I stayed playing Genshin Impact. Not mentioning any of the really good storytelling or anything like that. How their characters are really well fleshed out and stuff. You know, the stuff I look for in RPGs. No, we don't talk about that. We talk about tall men. Specifically tall men that I like a lot. Oh wow, it's still here. I started tracking this quest a while ago, and I never actually did it. This one. It looks like Chi-Chi is here talking to some patients. Baizhu is the best man, you're right.
There have been many poorly written applications lately. I guess I'll just have to reject them all.
Oh. Alright, let's go.
What's your name, buddy? Are you here to buy some medicine? Where are your mom and dad?
Oh, it's Gwei.
Are you lost?
No, I'm not. My name's Ayu, and I'm here because...
Probably because his parents are sick.
Chi-Chi. Hi, Gwei. What's going on?
Hi, Traveler and Paimon.
She remembers us.
You've actually come at the perfect time. This little boy seems to have gotten himself lost.
Oh.
I think he must be new to the city. Probably wandered away from his parents and...
No, listen to me. I'm not the one who's lost. It's my dad.
Your dad? How does a fully grown man manage to get lost in Liyue Harbor?
Well, my dad's always been kind of forgetful. In the past, he was just a little slow to react sometimes. But I'm worried that it's getting more serious.
So, what about your mom?
She went out a few days ago to gather some herbs for my dad, but she still hasn't come back. Meanwhile, my dad's been getting worse and worse. I remembered that the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy always runs a clinic in Chingsa Village during the Lantern Rite, so I thought, why don't I take Dad to Liyue Harbor to see him there?
Oh. The owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy. He must be in Baizhu.
When we got to the city gate, I took a moment to ask the Millwood guards for directions to the pharmacy. And then, when I turned back around, my dad was gone. I asked the Millwood guys to go find him, but he said they won't be able to send that many people. So then I figured, maybe I could ask some other people in the city to help.
You came to the right place. We're pros at finding people. Isn't that right, Traveler?
Yep, it'll be a piece of cake for us, Paimon.
Junction can help. She has a good sense of smell, like a dog.
I don't think she'd like that.
Talking about me behind my back.
I said, that's what I thought.
Chi-Chi meant that as a compliment. There's no need to be upset. Hello, child. You mentioned that you were looking for the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy. How might we be of service?
You have a talking snake? Oh, are you Uncle Baizhu?
Uncle Baizhu.
Shang, now's not the time. My dear boy, could you tell me more about your father's condition, as much as you can recall?
Yes, Dr. Baizhu.
Ayu explains his father's
I
health
see.
situation.
And your family lives near Qingse village, you say? I visit patients there frequently, but I don't recall ever seeing you or your parents.
Uh-huh. My mom doesn't like meeting other people, especially during Lantern Rite. She always tells me to just stay at home and keep my dad company.
That's suspicious.
Is that so? Ayu, by any chance, is your mother's name Jiangli?
Whoa, yeah, it is. Do you know my mom, Dr. Baizhu?
I certainly do. Gui, Chi-Chi, are there any pressing matters in the pharmacy at the moment? Ayu's parents are old acquaintances of mine, so I would very much like to assist with the search. Would the two of you have time to join me?
Don't forget us two. We already told Ayu that we'd help.
Oh, really? Well, that's wonderful. We are most grateful for your support.
You can count on us. I have a feeling that something's wrong with his dad, and Baizhu knows what's wrong with his dad.
Chi-Chi and I need to clear up the shop front first, but once that's taken care of, we'll be right out to help you with the search.
Family is very important.
Yes,
Thank
Chi-Chi.
you. Then I'll leave you to handle the pharmacy. Traveler, Paimon, why don't you come with me and Ayu? Let's start by talking to the Millilith guards at the city gates, see if they have an update.
Okie doke. You can count on me, Baizhu. The heart of healing.
Can you believe that little boy brought his father all this way to see the doctor? Oh, what a remarkable child. I didn't even know how to buy medicine by myself when I was his age.
Well, he's determined to help his dad. It makes sense. What about you, Chi-Chi?
His family. We have to find them.
Don't worry, Chi-Chi. We'll find him. Alright. Let's go ask the Millilith. What am I doing? I can just teleport over here and walk there. I'm curious how he knows Ayu's mom. But that's what we're here to find out now, isn't it? Man, it almost makes me feel like Ayu's father is similar to like the sage or the mad scholars who went crazy from divine knowledge. I wonder if it's something similar where he's lost his mind and his mother's afraid of people finding out about it.
We searched to the north, but couldn't find anyone who matched the description.
Well, that complicates things. The city folks say there's no sign of him either. We need to start looking further afield. But where are we gonna get the people?
Excuse me, sirs. Have you found out anything about my dad yet?
Ah, hey there, buddy. Dr. Baizhu. What brings you out this way?
The boy asked for our help, so we're here to join the search. Any new developments to update us on?
Oh, thank goodness. We were just discussing how we're running out of manpower. As for updates, I'm sorry to say that we've searched the surrounding area thoroughly, but didn't find anything.
I'm just gonna point out that that really does sound like Alejandro Saab. Yes, he's so beautiful. Baizhu is the most beautiful man I've ever seen in my life. He's so beautiful. I can't deal with this beautiful ass man. Okay, I can't take it. He's so gorgeous. I haven't even gone absolutely feral yet. One day.
The guards at the crossing up ahead said they hadn't seen anyone either, so we don't believe he was heading towards the Guili Plains. But it is possible that he was bound for Luhua Pool.
Luhua Pool? The terrain there can be tricky to navigate. Let's hope he hasn't run into any trouble.
As soon as I take a moment to take a sippy sip, we'll take that area.
You will? Oh, great. We can't thank you enough.
Sorry we weren't able to find your dad, buddy.
That's okay. Thank you for trying.
All we can do is our best. And the kid understands that. You guys got any other info you can give me before I leave? Wait, let me change. You guys got any other info you can tell me before I leave?
I'm afraid we have to stay at our posts, so we won't be able to join you in the search.
No problem. Thanks for the info. What about you?
We'll update our superiors on the situation and see if they can assign anyone else to help.
Alright. Cool, cool. Let us know. In the meantime, away we go. I'll go from this direction. Okay, let's see what we run into over here. Or if we run into anything. What? Okay. Ow.
How bold.
I do love that, like, one of Baiju's passive talent is, like, pick up fruit, heal HP. I'll hate them. Stop doing that in my ears. Oh, that's right. There is this little hotel here. I wonder if they saw anything. Though apparently that's not the goal, so I guess we'll just keep going. Maybe we'll come back and ask them. Ooh, violet grass. Oop. Oh no, I'm stuck. Oh no. Fuck. Okay, I'm not stuck anymore.
Dad!
I think that's him.
Dad, can you hear me?
Has to be.
Look, there's somebody over there.
Oh, I think we found him.
Oh no, it's... Hey, you! Stop! Don't go any further!
Grab him. Y'all. You waited
Watch where you're going!
so long.
Oh, dear customer. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does appreciate your patronage, but you needn't hasten the inevitable. Are you alright?
Speaking of the birthday girl, here she is. Even though we weren't talking about her at that moment.
Huh?
Dad!
Hey, Hu Tao!
My, who do we have here? It's the Traveler in Paimon, and my worst nightmare.
I see she still hasn't warmed to you.
Thank you, Director Hu, for saving this man.
Dad, are you okay? Do you recognize me? It's me, Ayu.
You're... Ayu? Who am I?
Your name is Jiao Liang, and you live just west of Qingse Village. You were supposed to come to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. Remember? Does that jog your memory?
Oh, my name is Jia Liang. Liyue Harbor. See the doctor? Yes, I'm Jia Liang, and I need to see the doctor. Wait, why do I need to see the doctor?
I don't know, dude.
Uh-oh.
You seem kind of out of it.
He's in really bad shape. We need to get him back to Boo Boo Pharmacy right away. Sorry, Hu Tao. Gotta dash. Dinner's on us next time.
Hold on a second. You're not seriously thinking of taking him to Boo Boo Pharmacy in this state, are you?
Do we have any options?
Why not? What's the problem?
Come on, Baizhu. Don't tell me you haven't noticed it. Didn't your master teach you how to spot the signs? Why do I get the sense that you spotted them right away, but you're planning to use it for your own ends?
Use what? What are you talking about? Paimon's lost.
Hu Tao sees through him.
There are traces of god remains in Jialiang's system.
Oh, yes, but more importantly, they're on the verge of an outburst. If that happens, the consequences will be unthinkable.
Oh.
Paimon, sorry. What?
God remains?
I never thought that I would see this in the story because they didn't even touch on this when Kale came into the picture. For those of you who haven't read the webtoon, the Fatui, one of their experimentations that Dotori was doing involved god remains being injected into the victims or the test subjects, which essentially were test subjects against their will, much like Kale. People who kind of like were taken in by the Fatui under the guise of taking care of them and then ended up, doing horrible experiments on them. And the god remains in Kale specifically gave her a lot of like dark power that eventually would eat away at her. Excuse me. I'm getting too excited and I'm burping. Which is why her body was in such bad shape on top of the fact that she had Elazar. So that's why that Lisa called in Sino, or at least called upon her teacher who sent Sino to seal the god remnants, because if Kale, continued to let them be out of control, they would consume her. But also now she has the stipulation of if she tries and uses that power again, she'll be devoured whole anyway. So the fact that they're bringing this up in story context and specifically relating to Baizhu, because, Baizhu wants to find immortality, I think it's very interesting. And also I didn't think they were going to bring that up at all because they seem to avoid it like the fucking plague. But here it is. Here it is. There it is. Anyway, let's continue. I'm getting excited about lore.
There's no need to worry, Director Hu. I have methods of keeping them at bay. It is the sworn duty of all who practice medicine to cure illnesses and save lives. What reason would I have to neglect a patient in need who is right there in front of me? Besides, it was my late master's dying wish to be able to save this patient in particular. Perhaps out of respect for him, you could give me a day's grace so that I have time to treat him?
Now you're bringing my great-uncle into this? Baizhu, just what are you planning this time?
Merely to cure this man, nothing more. But of course, if you have any doubt as to my intentions, you are more than welcome to accompany me to Boo Boo Pharmacy and monitor my activities.
Oh, really? I thought I was persona non grata at Boo Boo Pharmacy. You're being unusually generous today.
Don't forget that we're here too. We won't let things get out of hand. I mean, the reason why you're not allowed at Boo Boo Pharmacy is because you were posting posters outside of Boo Boo Pharmacy about funeral services, A. B, every time you're there, you chase Chi-Chi, and try to bury her. So, I think you have reasons for not being allowed there. Just saying.
Okay, deal. We're not gonna solve anything by keeping Jialiang here. I'm happy to do it your way, but only for my great-uncle's sake and the travelers, of course.
You must be pleased you brought the traveler along. Otherwise, this would have been a much more vexing ordeal.
Well, time is of the essence. Let's get ourselves back to Boo Boo Pharmacy at once.
Let's go. The group returns back to the back room of Boo Boo Pharmacy. Oh.
Blockages within the cardiovascular system, reduced blood flow and energy circulation? I see. I suppose this must have caused the cognitive abnormalities.
Dr. Baizhu, how bad is it? Can you cure him?
Don't you worry. Baizhu's a really great doctor. He's sure to find a way. Isn't that right, Baizhu?
Ayu, do you know when your father first started displaying these symptoms?
I'm not sure. He's been like this for as long as I can remember. But it wasn't as bad as this when I was still little.
So it's been a long time indeed.
Is it a grim prognosis?
No. I have a treatment plan in mind. We can start tonight. Come and see me again tomorrow morning. I promise that by then, Ayu will find his father healthy and lucid again.
Thank you, Dr. Baizhu. Thank you so much.
If you still have any misgivings, Director Hu, please feel free to hang around for as long as you wish.
However, it would be best if you step outside this room. A doctor must be able to focus when treating a patient. Any distractions heighten the risk of complications.
Yes, of course, absolutely. I'll just go and look at the flowers or something. But I will be back in an instant at the first sign that something's amiss.
We'll be heading out now, too.
See you tomorrow, Baizhu and Changcheng.
Bye for now, everyone.
Are you ready, Baizhu?
Ready as I'll ever be. I'm used to it by now. Come on, let's get started.
So from what I understand about...
All's well that ends well, huh?
So from what I understand, because, you know, Twitter is a cesspool of spoilers at this point, is that Baizhu and Changsheng have a contract, and he's able to use, healing powers as a result of this contract, more than likely at the cost of his own health and his own life. At least that's my understanding. So that's why he's like, oh, I know what to do, but you have to leave. I don't think he wants anybody to know that. Specifically because I know that Baizhu is somebody who doesn't want other people to worry about him, despite the fact that he is very sickly. Because he did take on this contract with Changsheng as sort of like wanting to save her from dying because she needs a host, from what I understand. So their relationship's kind of complicated, but like Baizhu, despite the fact he wants immortality, so that Changsheng will never have to will never have to find another host when he passes away, from what I understand. And this is why we love him. He cares, excuse me, so much about everyone else. I love him. Hutu, stop being mean to him. Okay, I know you don't like it because you're a funeral director. And you know, I mean, obviously, the idea that, like, everybody should, you know, live their life and pass away is kind of like, it's a good, is kind of a good thing to believe in, because if you lived forever, well, then what's the point of living at all? But in his case, he's doing it for very selfless reasons, and I think you should give him a chance, Hu Tao, because I don't like the fact that you're bullying my man, alright?
You know, Paimon's kind of curious after hearing Baizhu mention those people from his past. What do you think they were like?
You mean Baiju's master? You mean Ayu's mother? I mean, both, but we talk more about his master, so...
Yeah, you must be curious too, right? Let's go see what we can find out while Baiju's busy treating Ayu's dad.
Yeah. Alright, Paimon, let's go, ask about very important, personal secrets about Dr. Baizhu.
Mr. Quay, I want to go to the Adventurers Guild and get them to help look for my mom. Should I take anything with me?
Well, you need enough cash to pay their fees, and there'll be some paperwork to fill out. I can come with you if you like.
Wow, these two are hard at work. We probably shouldn't disturb them.
Gwei is also very kind. I don't know much about him because, like, he's an NPC and you don't get much. This is the most fleshed out I think he's been since he's been a character. But, like, I do see that he does care very much as well about the patients, which is nice. Let's talk to Hu Tao.
While I'm idling time on admiring the scenery, the spectacled snake-bedecked docs doing surgery. Hello, you busy bees, and what do you have to discuss with the funeral director today?
So, got some questions.
Actually, don't tell me. Let me guess. From the looks on your faces, you've got some questions for me.
I did just say that.
Guilty as charged. So, we were just a little curious about Baizhu's master. What was he like? Oh, and also, how come you and Baizhu could tell so quickly that Jialiang had god remains in his system?
Huh? I thought I told you once before. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first founded to fight back against the vengeful wrath of gods defeated in war.
Oh, that vaguely rings a bell, but the details are hazy. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, it is a dusty old tale by this point. Long story short, in the ancient world, dead gods were acting up, so our ancestors started purifying the air and burning the bodies of the deceased to guard the border between life and death. These days, we don't deal with the wrath of the gods anymore, but all the relevant know-how is still passed down to each generation, so we can identify gods' remains when we see them.
Okay, Paimon gets it now. Wait, so how did Baizhu learn to spot them?
Almost certainly from his master, who was also my great-uncle. Baizhu's master was my grandpa's younger brother, a former deputy director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Wow, fancy that! Huh. So, if he was from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, how did he end up as Baizhu's master?
According to my grandpa, he and my great-uncle once went traveling together when they were young. They ended up at Chenyu Vale, where they met a pharmacist. That pharmacist must have cast some sort of spell on my great-uncle, because after that encounter, he suddenly announced he wanted to leave the family business and go practice medicine instead. My grandpa had a huge argument with him, but he couldn't convince him to stay. So my grandpa inherited the funeral parlor, while my great-uncle stayed in Chenyu Vale to practice medicine. They never spoke to each other again.
Funeral director to doctor is a pretty big career change. Kinda hard to imagine. But why did it drive a wedge between them for the rest of their lives? That seems a bit extreme.
If he had just become a regular doctor, there would have been no issue. After all, the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor wasn't unlike a regular doctor's clinic in the early days. But according to my grandpa, the pharmacist they met had a very ominous aura about him. And on top of that, the kind of medicine practiced in the Chenyu Vale tradition goes against the natural order of things.
In what way?
Don't know. My grandpa didn't know the specifics. And you've seen how wary Baizhu is around me. He'd never tell me anything. But even that says to me that he definitely has something to hide. One thing I do know about Baizhu is that he's obsessed with the idea of immortality. But whether that has anything to do with what he's hiding is hard to say.
Immortality.
Anyway, so I will be sticking around here for now to keep a close eye on the situation. Maybe tomorrow I'll finally figure out what he's up to.
After all that, it seems like we have more questions than answers. Never mind. We'll just have to ask Baizhu himself about all of this tomorrow.
Alright, Hu Tao, you got anything else to say to me before I skip to next morning?
Oh, while you're here, have either of you seen Chi-Chi around?
You're not gonna harass
Every
Chi-Chi!
day I get to infiltrate Baiju's lair, but alas, I didn't catch a single glimpse of her anywhere.
She's hiding from you.
What if Baizhu knew I'd be on the lookout for her and hid her away in advance?
Leave her alone! She's just a baby! Can't deal with Hu Tao. Can't deal with Hu Tao and harassing my poor Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi is just a baby. Leave her alone. I don't even see her, so she probably actually is hiding. Probably isn't even on the map, if I'm honest. I don't think she would be. That's alright. Okay, next morning it is. Hello, you've arrived. We're learning about Baizhu's mysterious past and telling Hu Tao to stop harassing my daughter, Chi-Chi.
It's a new day! Let's go back to Boo Boo Pharmacy and check out how Jia Liang is doing.
Alright, I'm here. I didn't go anywhere, but I'm here. What's up, guys?
Dad!
How you doing? You doing better?
Are you?
Dad, you remember me!
Yes, I remember now. Oh, Ayu, I'm so sorry. You must have been worried sick. Has your mom shown up yet? She's been gone for a while, hasn't she?
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her. And Dr. Baizhu's gonna help too. Right now, all you need to do is concentrate on getting better.
Great. That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baizhu.
My pleasure, really. It's the least I can do to honor my late master's dying wish. If anything, I should be apologizing to you for not making the time to visit in all these years.
Not at all, Dr. Baizhu. It's only because Jiang Li... What was her reason again?
You're still in the early stages of recovery, so you'll need to take it easy for a while. Take it slowly and try not to overexert yourself.
I suggest you stay at Boo Boo Pharmacy and rest for at least the next few days.
Director Hu, do you have any further reservations about Jia Liang's condition?
It seems like the evil presence is gone after all. You really did manage to suppress it, huh? But how did you accomplish this in a single night?
That would be a trade secret, I'm afraid. If that gives you any cause for concern, you may continue to monitor Jia Liang for as long as you wish.
Did you see Chung Chung nod? She's like, fuck yeah, we're not telling you. I ain't telling you shit, funeral parlor lady. Oh, it's kind of funny, actually. Chung Chung is so sassy. I love her.
Though I regret to say that Boo Boo Pharmacy cannot offer to reimburse Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor for any revenue lost in the meantime.
Oh, come on, Baizhu. I'm not that unreasonable.
Oh, Baizhu looks a little worse for wear. Yeah, I think that took a lot out of him. Something's wrong.
I've been stuck indoors for too long. Baizhu, take me outside for some air, or I'm going to suffocate.
Yes, of course. Everyone, please excuse Chiang Sheng and myself for a moment.
Suffering now, are we? Did you seriously expect to cover it up just by putting on a brave face and ignoring it? If it weren't for my quick thinking, they'd have all seen the sorry state you're in by now.
Already saw it.
But in any case, why must you keep this a secret from everybody? You should at least share your secret with one person you trust.
Who's there?
Damn, he really is on high alert. It's me, Saris.
Why did you follow us here?
Bro, you look like dog shit. I thought you were looking a little unwell.
Oh, it's nothing. I just needed to get some air.
Don't lie to
What did I
me.
just say about putting on a brave face? Traveler, Paimon, the truth is, Baizhu did not cure Jialiang's illness. Instead, he transferred some of his own life force to his patient to temporarily subdue the poison in his system.
Life force. poison?
Baizhu, can you please explain all of this?
Changshang's ratting you out, guy. You can't hide it from me forever, Baizhu.
My predecessors in medicine forged a contract with Changsheng. Every successor to this contract is able to use Changsheng's secret art to treat patients. I believe the irregularities with Jialiang's heart meridian were likely caused by a poison concocted using god remains as a key ingredient. The poison has not been purged from Jialiang's system. Rather, I infused him with some of my own life force, using Changsheng as the delivery medium. This will suppress the poison's effects for a limited time.
Changsheng? You can do that? Huh. Paimon always thought you were just Baizhu's strange choice of a necklace. Hey, I'll have you know that I commanded the respect of even the Adepti back in Chenyu Vale. If anything, he is my mannequin. I was treating patients with Baiju's master's master long before he ever set eyes on his first medical text.
Okay, I understand, but like, don't call my man a mannequin. I know he's like a piece, but like a piece of art, but like no disrespect on the doctor, alright? He's a good doctor. He's a good man.
Whoa. Guess you shouldn't judge a snake by its skin.
Please, that's enough.
You're looking even worse now than before. Are you sure you're okay?
Wait a sec. Huto was saying that the branch of medicine you studied uses some pretty dubious methods. So, when you transfer your life force, does that mean you're actually damaging your own body?
Hardly. Changsheng helps to keep my chi in balance, so there is no great harm done.
Still, Baiju's life force is not unlimited. We must find a way to neutralize the poison in Jialiang's body. And soon. Traveler, Paimon, would you lend this dummy a hand? He needs someone checking up on him, or he'll exhaust himself trying to accomplish everything on his own.
You can't. I'm sorry, Baizhu. You did kind of deserve that one for being stubborn. But go on, Baizhu. Let us help you.
Baizhu, don't you think you should seize this opportunity? You cannot expect to hide this from everyone for your entire life. Time will see that all secrets surface eventually.
I'd do anything for you.
Entire life. Thank you, Traveler and Paimon.
I'd do anything for you, Baizhu.
Huh. Paimon doesn't think we've seen this side of you. But there's no need to thank us. You've helped us out before.
So what are the next steps?
The poison in Jialiang's system must have accumulated over a prolonged period. I think I should pay a visit to their family home and look for clues as to how he might have been exposed to it.
Do you know where his house is?
Yes. I asked Ayu this morning before you arrived. He told me that his family lives in a secluded spot to the west of Qingsa village. Let's head there together once I've asked Gui and Chi-Chi to look after the pharmacy.
Will do.
As well as investigating Jialiang's exposure to the poison, we should also keep an eye out for Ayu's missing mother, my fellow disciple, Jiangli.
Did she not want to see him because he would know? She's hiding something. She's definitely hiding something. Oh.
Oh, it's just some chronic problem I have flaring up again. Nothing to worry about.
That really was perfect timing, wasn't it? Oh, no, wait. I don't want to talk to you. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Have fun. Why do I have a feeling that the mother may be poisoning the father? Like, not intentionally, but like, maybe intentionally? I'm sorry. I have to suspect her. I haven't seen her the whole time. She hasn't defended herself once. She's under a whole lot of suspicion right now. Ooh, a little house. Whoop. Alright. What we got going on here? We gotta uncover some secrets.
Whoa! There's a house all the way out here? Huh. It's so well hidden, Paimon's never noticed it before.
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa Village many times in the past. If you ask me, Jiangli was trying to remain unnoticed.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here. Could you tell us more about Jiangli? You said she was your fellow disciple, right?
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same master near Chenyu Vale. She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me. As a result, the time I spent studying alongside her was rather short.
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels and decided to settle down with him. That must have been Jialiang. Wait, Changxiang, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jialiang or Ayu before all of this?
Jiangli did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but for whatever reason, she hardly ever talked about her family. The last time she visited us, she and Master had some sort of quarrel. We never heard from her after that. It almost seemed as if she'd gone into hiding.
Quarrel? What happened? I don't know. I did not witness the argument myself.
Nor did Master ever explain it to me. All he would say is that should I ever encounter Jiangli or her family in the future, I should do everything in my power to help them.
Oh, so that's why you went to such extreme lengths to help Jialiang.
I wonder if she encountered the Fatui. Because as I said, with the context of having the webtoon knowledge of the God Remnant experiments, I wonder if, she had encountered the Fatui and had done something, and that's why they got into a fight, because maybe she believed that the God Remnant could actually help her family, or other people. Because, as far as I'm concerned, like, the Fatui kind of is, like, has that kind of, persuasive nature to, like, get people to join them. Like, without people really understanding the consequences of joining them and, like, participating in these things. So that's possible. It's really possible that she was fooled, but she was so ashamed she went into hiding. Just a thought.
No. Even if my master had never said anything, it would still be my duty as a doctor to help him. My decision would have remained the same.
Paimon never knew you were so selfless, Baizhu. Paimon always had you down as the sneaky, scheming type. Sorry.
So a few words from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions, You ought not be quite so quick to relax your guard, Paimon. Sometimes even the good guys have their own private agenda.
What the... Okay, that was the most suspicious sounding thing you've ever said.
Let's leave the idle chatter there for now, Jiangli has lived in this house for many years. There must be something here that can shed a little light on this whole situation. Let's split up. But if anyone finds anything, we'll examine it together.
Teamwork. Yeah, the thing is, because I know about Baizhu's backstory, I do know that he has this personal agenda, but it's not really that evil. It's just, like, morally obscure. Several faint marks can be seen on the pillar. Maybe it was used to record Ayu's height as he grew up. There's some faded writing near the bottom mark. The more quickly Ayu grows up, the sooner can leave. Judging by the number of marks on the pillar, the family has led a secluded existence for many, many years. Okay. There's something over here now. Firewood is neatly stacked, and the logs were cut with great power and precision. Whoever chopped the firewood must have been physically fit. Some logs at the bottom of the pile have begun to rot. It must have been a while since any new wood had been added to the pile. Oh, he's also examining things in this direction, I suppose. Oh, look, one more. Ooh, it's a diary. Some roof tiles broke. Mom and I tried to get up and take a look, but we didn't manage. Luckily, Dad was able to fix them in no time. The dinner table was a bit wobbly today when we sat down to eat. Dad tried to fix it, but ended up breaking one of the legs by accident. Dad's forgetting things again. I'll have to write it all down for now and read it back to him when he's feeling a bit better.
Traveler, Paimon, come quick!
Oh, okay. We found out his diary.
What is
Aha, there it is. There it is. There's the poison.
Chung Shung and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside.
Yep, God remains.
Huh. You sense it too? You're right. This is a poison concocted using God remains.
But why?
Is it? Breathing? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
No, your eyes do not deceive you. I do believe the poison in this bottle is alive.
Yeah, I mean, it's got God remnants in it. It may not be alive, but like it's alive.
Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over vast distances. If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads. Offshoots, essentially.
Offshoots? So, the main body is somewhere else?
Yes, Paimon.
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the poisoned individual will hear, to a varying extent, the call of the source.
Oh.
The call of the... Wait. So, back when Jialiang ran off, maybe that explains where he was heading!
He was going back towards Jinxa village.
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient. The mother lode.
This is getting crazier and crazier. What kind of person would do all this just to poison Jialiang?
I think he's come to the same conclusion I have.
Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden?
Sorry, Paimon, I'm thinking.
Since this poison was carefully hidden away in this secret compartment, the one who concocted it is likely a resident of the house.
Yeah, they came to the same
You mean
conclusion.
Jialiang? Why would he poison himself?
Oh, that's a different person.
Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone else who lives here, and who might have expertise in crafting drugs.
Okay, so I was right. Paimon's just a little silly. Paimon's just a silly Billy. A silly girl.
Huh? So you're saying it was Jiang Li? Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either. Why would she poison her own husband?
Good
I
question.
agree. It makes little sense. Jiang Li does not strike me as the kind of person who would do such a thing.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to concoct a poison from god remains?
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jia Liang about it once he has made more progress in his recovery.
Do you know a method to neutralize the poison?
Yes. According to the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases, the minor loads will disappear if the mother lode is purged. So if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, the poison will leave Jialiang's system without the need for any further treatment. Do you know anything about god remains in Jinxa village?
All I hear rumors, nothing concrete. Yeah, I feel like I've touched on... If if there's like Chinksa Village had so many different things going on in it. I feel like I should have touched on this at some point in the early game, which I wouldn't remember at this point.
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who'll know anything are those old fogies who have been hanging around here since the beginning of time.
Didn't you used to be on good terms with the Adepti, though? You sure they didn't tell you anything about this?
Old fogies, she said.
Well,
She also the history. The history. I love it. I love the puns. I love the joke that, you know, because she's a snake, she has to hiss all the time. I love it. It's so good. Her voice actor did such a good job.
Changsheng's memories and powers are not what they were in her prime. These days, she has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her memory by now.
Whoa. What? Enter a contract? Share life force? Sounds like some pretty spooky sorcery if you ask Paimon.
hey, plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful being like me. With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like with no risk of upsetting your stomach.
Stronger and healthier? Wow, that's amazing! Baizhu, maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract with Changsheng for a few days.
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament. None of her hosts have ever been exempted from these rules. I fear that I will be unable to accommodate your wishes, Paimon.
Temperament? Hey! What are you trying to say? Did you just subtly insult Paimon to her face?
Strange. Baizhu has a weak constitution. And didn't his master pass away at an early age?
Ugh! Paimon's mad! You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you! Baizhu, you're Mannequin Man! Changsheng, you're just a pain in the neck!
Paimon, please.
This is exactly why your natural temperament makes you woefully unsuited to being my host.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand. Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel from the Adepti about this?
I mean, yeah.
With how antisocial they are, if it were up to them, they'd go their whole lives without showing their faces to the common folk.
Actually, I do have someone that I can call.
What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler. We are truly fortunate to have you on our side.
Oh. If you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
Shout time. Xiao, are you there? There he is.
You called?
Gets Paimon every time.
Rip Paimon.
Aren't all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Maybe.
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
Baizhu of Boo Boo Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before. The Lantern Rite, when we met briefly, I was unaware of your true identity. I must apologize for the discourtesy.
Huh? You two already know each other?
Kind of.
Our paths have crossed once before.
Damn, Xiao, okay. Stop being a cool guy.
I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me?
Kinda, yeah. Let me explain. Actually, I want to ask you about dead gods. Let me explain. You tell Xiao everything that has happened.
So someone has been concocting demonic poison.
Yeah.
Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations of Chinksa village. A vile monster known as the Ch once wrought havoc over this land, before it was subdued by Rex Lapis. The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Chinksa village was founded some time after that. The seal is still mostly intact. If the Ch is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground.
Damn.
However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak.
I see.
I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again.
I will. Thank you, Xiao.
Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
What a strange Adeptus. Rather different from the way I remember them.
Xiao's just shy.
And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to go off of.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb-gathering trips. If we can find the cave...
We can solve the mystery.
Master, there's a problem.
Whoa, he ran all the way here?
Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
Damn, he got
What
some
happened?
stamina.
Don't panic. Just catch your breath and tell me everything.
It's Jiaoliang.
Uh-oh. What happened?
He was fine one minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Already? How? Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next 3 days at least.
It seems that my worst fears have been confirmed. Everyone, back to Boo Boo Pharmacy now.
Holy crapola. Damn. Yo, we're being betrayed like that by your own wife. Can you believe this? Can you believe this shit? Oof.
But I don't want to.
Uh-oh.
Dad, what's wrong? Dad?
Don't be scared. Dr. Baizhu will be back soon.
How is he doing?
We're here.
Dr. Baizhu, you're back. My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood. Now he can't even get a full word out anymore.
When Gui left, he was still conscious. But now...
Gui, please take Jiaoliang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Baizhu's not gonna use Chang Sheng's secret art again, is he?
There's a high possibility.
No other way to save Jiaoliang?
The thing is, we're gonna have to find that where the Ganma remains are coming from.
Oh, please don't worry. Dr. Baizhu will find a way.
He will.
But...
It's okay. Honestly, could it be that the powers having direct negative impact upon the already existing infection, so to speak?
Oh, please stop.
Okay. Chi-Chi, you do your best to comfort him. He needs it right now. You have to wait till next morning in the meantime. my gosh, please. Joystick. My dog's sleeping behind me. I was like, I hear a noise. I hear a funny noise. It was my dog. Alright. What's going on, Baizhu? What's the situation?
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere? You're not gonna suddenly collapse again, are you?
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual. Wait, where's Dr. Baizhu? I still haven't had a chance to thank him. Seems he moved me here before I came to.
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Yeah, I took a lot out of him, I'm assuming. It took so much out of him, he had to pass out.
Oh, really? Well, he must be tired from treating me for 2 nights in a row. I don't know how I can begin to repay him for saving my life. I'll have to discuss it properly with Jiang Li once we find her. Speaking of which, has there been any word of her whereabouts yet?
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with them again in a bit.
I'll come with...
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now. I can accompany Ayu to the Adventurers Guild.
I suppose you're right. I'll have to rely on you this time. Though, on the bright side, this means I can thank Dr. Baizhu in person once he's finished resting.
Traveler, Baizhu hasn't shown his face ever since he went in to treat Jialiang again. Do you think he...
Let's go check up on him.
Huh? Hey, wait up!
Paimon, this is a serious situation. There is no time. We must check on the boy. Make sure he's okay. He probably isn't that okay.
Huh?
Yeah, that's not good.
You're finally awake? That was far too risky. Even with me here to help you balance your chi.
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something. Jiang Li's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations that I can learn from. Alas, if only there wasn't a catch.
So, how much longer do you think Baizhu's gonna nap for?
They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep. Shall we at least go and show our faces?
All right.
Show us you're okay. Tell us you're okay, Baizhu. We're worried.
Surely he hasn't. There's no way he could have just...
Hush, Paimon.
Who's talking behind our backs again?
It's Paimon. Who else?
Ah! Baizhu! Changsheng!
Are you both okay?
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Changsheng's help, I will recover in time.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment again so soon?
I made an error in my initial diagnosis. Jialiang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment, and as a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
What? You mean, even if you got all the poison out of him, he'd still be sick?
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jialiang's system is there precisely because it is being used to manage his underlying medical condition. Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of his heart meridian. Left untreated, it puts the patient at risk of coughing up blood and fainting, and in the longer term, causes irreversible damage to the internal organs. Though it was created from god remains, this formula is not a poison in Jialiang's case. Rather, it's his medication.
Had he not taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
Okay, so she's not poisoning him. She's trying to help him. I still think that's why she got in a fight with her master, though, because it's not exactly the best idea. So that's what Jiangli did.
Still, using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable long-term solution. As time passed, and the poison accumulated in his system, it began to impact his cognition. Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body became to it. Jiangli had to concoct ever greater quantities to ensure its continued efficacy, or he could have still perished at any moment.
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse, and why his mom went off to gather herbs.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around, because humans have no natural defense against them. I shudder to think how many times Jiangli has exposed herself to them. I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save Jialiang's life, Jiangli has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
I never suspected that even Jiangli would turn to the same path as so many others over the years. Perhaps this is the inevitable course of fate. To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible. Whatever the cost may be.
Fate?
Well, I think that it's too early to say with any certainty what fate has in mind. In any case, I have stabilized Jialiang's condition for now, so our immediate priority should be to get ourselves back to Qingce village and find out where Jiangli is. Her regular exposure to god remains over such a long period will have been catastrophic for her health. And given that she's already been missing for several days, I am fearing the worst.
Uh-oh. Who's that?
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baizhu.
Uh-oh. He heard?
It's Jialiang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard everything already.
Dr. Baizhu, please let me come with you. You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiangli's sake. After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way. I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
Be careful.
Dude.
If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
Chang Sheng is right.
No! We're out of time! We have to go now. Right now.
Guy,
before I forget everything again.
It's okay. We'll figure it out.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not return from it. Are you sure you're prepared for that?
I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue. So why should I fear it? There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Very well. Then follow me.
Chi-Chi, hide. Hu Tao's here.
Dr. Baizhu, are you heading out again?
Yes. This could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it works.
Dr. Baizhu? Do you mean...
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
Okay.
Oh.
Everyone, please be careful.
We will, Chi-Chi. Thank you. This is back to his normal NPC self. Alright. Damn. This is juicy. It's got the lots of lore here. It's got a good story. Damn, like, why did they do so good with their stories? Especially with their characters. This is why I like Engine and actually, like, you know, Star Rail so much. These characters are so, like, three-dimensional. They have so much going on. Even the NPCs we encounter, if we spend any amount of time with them, you can see how well they've been fleshed out. Ugh. So weak for a good story. Especially because it involves the man. The myth, the legend, Baizhu. Alright. Let's retrace our steps.
That strange feeling is back. It's just like the day I went missing. It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
Unfortunately, it is.
The Mother Lode's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or because the leakage of Che blood is growing more severe? Jialiang, can you sense which direction the source is in?
I think it's this way.
Alright, let's follow him.
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Look at him run. I don't know, it looks really funny.
I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way.
The animation on him.
This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
More than likely.
There is an inauspicious presence here. Even I can sense it.
I think I remember this place.
Jialiang, are you okay? Maybe you should rest here while we continue the search.
I think so.
No, I have to keep going. Jiangli is still waiting for me. Then let's hurry.
Okay, if you insist. I think this is gonna be dangerous. Oh, apparently I need Geo. Okay.
A walk would be nice.
I'll take Grandpa with me then. He's kind of the one I've built the most out of all the Geo characters. Ito's second, but...
This place gives Paimon the creeps. Who knows what we're gonna find up ahead?
We don't.
The digging marks here appear amateur and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel.
A thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors about treasure around these parts before. Maybe it was the treasure hoarders that dug this tunnel.
Possibly.
Judging by the tools they left behind, it's certainly a possibility. But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
I remember now. She took me here once and told me that she'd found a way to save me in this cave. But she said that the method would cause me to... Curses. Why can't I remember what she said?
Easy, Jialiang. Come on, let's keep going.
That's probably it. It was caused him to lose his memories and stuff. Because that's definitely what happened.
Busted.
The doctor will see you now.
Oh, okay then. Ever since I had, like, switched out Kokomi and, like, put in Yelan, she does so much damage. I almost don't have to use Alhaitham, which is not the point. He's supposed to be my DPS. She's here.
There's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
I don't see any dust on the sensor surface. The burn marks inside are still fresh. Yeah, it's not the treasure hoarders. I don't think they're left here by the treasure hoarders.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
Mm-hmm.
A monster-repelling incense? You sure? 'Cause we did run into that group of monsters just now.
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monsters we fought just now were enticed here by some entity deeper inside the cave. No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their designs on this cave. After them, Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But to her, it presented an opportunity to save Jia Liang's life, albeit as a last resort.
That's right. This sensor, it belongs to Jiang Li. Yes, this was the place. This is where I told Jiang Li to give me the poison. I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. She is right below us, waiting for me.
Uh-oh. Is she, though? Is she still alive at this point? I'm scared. I don't think we're gonna find a happy ending at the end of this. I feel like this is gonna be another sad story. I'm not ready.
I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
It almost looks like the thing on the back of his jacket, but not quite. I had to check.
We can keep going now.
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Oh yeah, we definitely can make use of this. I see a puzzle brewing, lads. Where am I pushing it to, though? Okay. Okay. What if I activate it? Okay, so it does open that. Oh, okay. Oh, it doesn't close on me. Okay, I didn't need to run like a freak. Alright. That's fine. It's fine. So I probably need to use this to get around and probably activate something else. Oh, look, more monsters. I will have order. Oh, this is order. I will have order. Oh, okay.
Mind the side effects.
Crumble.
The doctor will see you now.
Quietly now.
Here you are.
Where'd the other one go? Did I... There's no way. Did I take it out already? Okay, no, it was over there, that's why.
Busted.
Stabilize.
All I got at that time. One man's stone is another man's gem. I think it's a little crazy, but also like a little expected, I think, with how many hours I've put in this game to me have memorized some of the characters' lines. I'm just saying. Aha! There was another one. And yes, I shall use this to solve the puzzle. Yeah, because that actually comes all the way over here. Wait, I can't activate it yet? Oh, because I need to activate this one then, don't I? Make it, do a ripple effect. Also, let me check if there's anything in here real quick. Nothing? No treasure chest for me? Okay, that's fine. This is, okay, so does this work? No, wait, no, wait. No, wait. No, please go back. Oh, go back. I've made a mistake. Please forgive me, I've made a mistake. There we go. And that should activate that, and then that should open the door for me. Heck yeah. I can't break any of those, I don't think. I think they're just set dressing. I don't like all these like God Remain crystals oozing all over the place. Okay, so there's Dude, you are dying, literally. Why? We could have handled this. I mean, yes, I'm very thankful that you led us to the right place, but you didn't have to come inside with us. It seems to be putting you more at risk than anything.
Zhongli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
I didn't even see her.
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Flicker.
Yeah, I don't even see her. Oh, there she is. She's lying down over there. I see her now. Geo Vishap, one whom the Chu's loathsome blood clings. What a title.
Taking a turn for the better.
Here comes the catch.
Here you are.
There we go. Much better. Well, she passed out, though. That's not good.
Dr. Baizhu, how serious is it? Is she...
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Then, what are we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away!
Yeah, it has various...
It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baizhu said? The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here. If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect.
Yeah, there's a lot of consequences.
And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working... Oh no. Are you saying...
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged, then your life will come to an end.
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to save Jiao Liang's life. After all that, we can't just give up on him. Baizhu, you're a great doctor. Surely you gotta know of some other way we can save him, right?
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiang Li, maybe if we put our heads together, we can think of something?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct her medicine for you, right up until the moment when she lost consciousness. Maybe it's her greatest wish that you will continue to take it and live.
Dr. Baizhu, give it to me straight. How long does Jiang Li have?
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a secret art...
You can't be thinking about that again.
But what would be the point of that? Dr. Baizhu, I'm all too aware of the dangers of god remains. You are not the first to mention it to me. If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiang Li have to keep risking her life to make my medicine for me, but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out and wreaking havoc not just upon me, but my entire family. I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see you grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis. If my choice can bring Jiang Li back, then even if I die...
That can't be it.
Jiao Liang.
After cheating death for so long, it seems I've grown somewhat addicted to life. Traveler, Dr. Baizhu, could I have another minute with my wife? I just want to have one final moment together. Just a moment. That's all.
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that I won't be able to repay your kindness in this life.
Jiao Liang. Baizhu, Changsheng. Is there really nothing else you can do?
I am sure that over the years, Jiang Li will have tried all the conventional methods known to humankind. As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides Changsheng's secret art.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out. If it were so easy to combat the natural processes of aging and death, Jiang Li would not have had to resort to unnatural methods.
What a crazy situation. Jiang Li risked it all to save Jiao Liang's life. And now, Jiao Liang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiang Li. What's the point of it all?
All I can do right now is honor Jiang Liang's decision and bear witness.
I've seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
In the human realm, all things must come to an end. Is it not a fitting end to die for a worthy cause? At least, that's what generations of masters before you have always believed.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others, I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough to help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to go. If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. And he even got the Adventurers Guild to search for you. So, I know that you'll both be okay without me.
That sucks.
I've said my goodbyes. My time has come. Do what you must.
As you wish.
There's no way this is how it
It will
ends.
eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self.
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me to stay with you and watch how you grow up.
There's no way that's how this ends. Gotta be shitting me. There's no way.
Something's really wrong with Dad.
There's no way.
Don't fret, Ayu. I will gather some medicinal herbs right away. I promise you, nothing will happen to our family.
There's no way. I can't accept this. I can't believe this.
Why would these memories come to mind now?
There's gotta be a reason.
The longer we live, the tighter we cling to what we have.
There's gotta be a reason he told Chi-Chi to make that medicine.
Oh, how I would love to hear your voice one last time.
Come on, Dr. Baizhu, you gotta save him. You gotta have to pull through.
Jialiang. Jialiang.
Did he do it?
Jialiang.
He did!
Jialiang. Dad, are you awake?
This is why we love him.
Jiangli, are you?
Oh, shit. Wait.
Didn't Huh? What are these?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you feel strange or different in any way? If so, could you describe it to me in detail?
Dr. Baizhu, I thought that I was going to...
You did.
Die? You did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie than a human.
I'm a zombie?
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. With its help, you have been suspended in the space between life and death. Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to extend your life indefinitely. Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years, I'm as interested as you to find out. But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace. I hope that Director Hu finds this arrangement to be a satisfactory one.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work on something like that behind my back.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect were it not for Jialiang's iron will. In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little of the great principles governing life and death and the perpetual cycle of yin and yang. All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, I will do everything in my power to save them. And even this would have counted for nothing without Director Hu's assistance. After all, did you not tell Jia Liang to show us the way before we set off for Qingce village?
Oops. And I'm busted.
Without Director Hu nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiangli in time.
I knew something was... So, I knew someone was listening in on that conversation. So it was Hu Tao. Well, I knew somebody was listening.
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and transparent with me for once, but apparently not.
Director Hu told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing escapes Dr. Baizhu's attention.
No, man, he's on higher alert, always.
Never underestimate a serpent's sense of smell.
I mean, that too.
All I wanted was to help Jia Liang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the afterlife without any unfulfilled wishes making the journey more difficult than it needs to be. Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the last hurdle. Never mind. I'll just have to put it down in the books as a deferred consideration. One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming, I'd have whisked him off to the Wangsheng funeral parlor the moment I found him.
Chi-Chi's so scared. She's hiding from Hu Tao in the same room behind a screen.
You stay away from my dad. When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and Baizhu, and cure Dad for good.
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wangsheng Funeral Parlor out of business. If you're serious about it, you'll have your work cut out for you. Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
Is she finally gone?
You're safe, Chi-Chi. I promise.
It ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should probably do something to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion.
Such as, Paimon's ideal of celebration can only mean one thing.
At times like this, a grand celebratory feast is in order.
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with Zhongli and Ayu around the dinner table.
So this was a hard-won meal. Maybe I'll look up something too. It's been a while. This is a hard-won meal.
Yay! Paimon can't wait! Alright, first things first, off to the market for some fresh ingredients. Let's go!
Wait up! I'll come too!
Baizhu, thank you so much for everything you've done for us.
Don't mention it, Jiangli. I was just doing my duty.
Yeah.
Just your duty, huh? Baizhu, Changsheng, would you mind if we took this conversation outside?
What do they have to say before I do that?
Now that you are part zombie, there are some rules that you need to know.
Oh my god. She's so cute.
Yes, ma'am. I'm listening.
First, don't forget to stretch your body regularly. Second, don't forget to...
Yes? Go on. Don't forget to...
She forgot, didn't she? Yeah.
I forgot.
She's trying. She's trying. We love and appreciate Chi-Chi. She's a good bean. Keep putting the controller down like it's just gonna start and it's not.
Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Chenyu Vale. Changsheng, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baizhu.
He's got nothing to say to that? Well, I mean, I guess... Not much to say, is there?
I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality. It's not altogether dissimilar from the poison I concocted in terms of the way it functions.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to use poison to maintain life. I hope you're not too upset at me for copying your methods.
No, not at all. With your intellect, even if you'd never seen my poison, I believe you would have eventually arrived at the same approach. But I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding of it. Jialiang's still only been in your care for a few days.
He's super
Not
smart.
just that. You even managed to improve upon the original formula. That cannot be explained by intellect alone. Baizhu, be honest with me. Did you try out some of the poison on yourself?
Huh. Told you the truth would surface sooner or later.
Life force isn't the only thing that Changshang's contract lets you transfer between bodies, is it?
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the transfer of toxins and diseases. When I treated Jia Liang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only did this allow me to alleviate the burden on him, but it also gave me an opportunity to study its properties. There is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now that the source has been destroyed, any remaining poison in me will have already dissipated.
But you took such a huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed the god's remains back there, then even you might have... What am I saying? I'm in no position to criticize you for this. The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was getting old, and I didn't want him using up any more of his own life force to treat my husband. But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another, and then you tried the poison on yourself too. It looks like both of us have ended up going the same way as our master before us. Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a short life, having given away our own for the sake of others? To fight relentlessly against the natural course of life and death, whatever the cost? Maybe our fate is sealed the moment we decide to study medicine.
We are doctors, Jiangli. We ought never say that anyone's fate is sealed.
Baizhu, I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with Changshang to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself. There are so many that, some of them, I don't even recognize. Can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiangli. Every one of us from Chenyu Vale believes in the same thing.
I was so absorbed in
Mom,
that.
come and join us. The Traveler taught me a load of new recipes and said even Dad'll be able to taste them. Come and try them out.
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Hey, slow down. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one day you're not around anymore, Qiqi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you, they will all miss you dearly.
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
So you say.
I can only hope so.
Baizhu, what did Jiang Li mean by not around anymore? Are you gonna be okay?
Also, when Changsheng was talking about fate, what did she mean exactly?
Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baizhu and Jiang Li's master, has passed away at a young age.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You said that the contract with you helps people live longer.
Probably so long as they don't use the power.
It is a very long story.
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others.
And so it
and
continued.
Generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors, and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poison chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patient's? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojun. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
My contract has strict requirements on the host's natural temperament. All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
That hits really hard. I can't describe it. Oh, ow. Something. It's just like, it was almost like I was holding my breath. It's like I knew because of Twitter and the spoilers, but it still hits really hard when you watch it. And you realize he has the same temperament as the doctors before him. He truly is a selfless individual. And everyone puts so much suspicion on him for wanting immortality. But really, at this point, immortality is the only way he can save not only himself, but Chung Shung from having to take the burden of knowing that her power will take lives. Because those that she makes a contract with can't stop themselves from wanting to save people. It's in their nature. It's just who they are. And you can't see it. I'm tearing up. This is too emotional for me. It's so good. I hate the fact that I'm tearing up.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, they are more seduced than the average person by the miracle of overturning the laws of life and death. Though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity and the pain of losing their nearest and dearest, they cannot help but reach beyond human means. They are like moths that throw themselves into the flame, seeking a glimmer of hope in a dark world filled with pain and suffering.
So, Baizhu, does that mean...
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Chang Sheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang feared for Jiang Li's life, or Jiang Li grieved over Jia Liang's sacrifice. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed their lives for their principles. But I do not wish to join their ranks, nor do I wish to pass on this contract to anyone else in the future.
Huh? But didn't you already transfer a ton of diseases onto yourself?
What makes a poison, poison? And what makes a disease, a disease? When it comes down to it, are not both mechanisms that affect the operations of the human body? If disease is defined as deviation from normal functioning, then who knows? Perhaps the true elixir of immortality could in fact be a kind of poison. Many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. But to me, it is no different from the way our ancestors tested the medicinal qualities of herbs by sampling each and every one. I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Cheng Sheng to perish from losing her host. This leaves only one solution, doesn't it?
You have to become immortal yourself.
Precisely. I will be Cheng Sheng's final host, and the tradition of passing down the contract will end with me.
Even the gods of old struggle to achieve true immortality. First you want to save others, then you want to save yourself. Now you even want to save me. You're getting greedy, Baizhu.
But isn't wanting to have it all what makes us human? For a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns for the light, the only path forward is up towards the moon.
Huh. For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Dr. Baizhu, Traveler, what are you still chatting about? The food's about to get cold.
We also have coconut milk for Changsheng and Paimon.
Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after we've eaten.
Oh, Paimon, leave some grub for me. Oh, Paimon.
I do envy Paimon sometimes. Eating her fill is enough to satisfy her body and mind.
True. And yet, although we call them simple pleasures, are such things as these not precisely why we mortals cling desperately to the life we have?
Oh. No, stop. I have feelings. You can't do this to me. This game constantly does this to me. I'm so sad. I don't know how to process this other than me being sad about Baizhu for like the next forever. I love him so much. We can't do this. You can't give me a nice, respectful, self-sacrificing character and not expect me to be a big fucking baby about it. When you're like, oh yeah, he wants to just save everyone. I need those fucking the specter things. Ah, he is way easier. Okay.
When on the road?
And to think his illness comes from things that he's transferred to himself to try and understand how to cure them. I can't handle this. Why? Genshin always does this. What are you gonna do to me in Fontaine? I'm scared. It's just gonna get more and more like hard to like take in as it goes on because of how much care, emotion this fucking like these fucking characters give you. I'm sorry, I also didn't switch him back out. That's fine.
Whatever would you do without me?
I didn't even really need the what you call it?
Very well. I shall put my official duties to one side for the moment.
I didn't really need Zhongli for that last one, honestly. You know, I think that people like him is why Yaoshi has so many followers in Star Rail. Yeah, I would agree with that. So many people are looking for immortality for their own reasons. And some of them may be like Baizhu, looking to end a cycle. Especially one like this where it'll save lives by ending this cycle. Because not only will he save Changsheng and himself by doing that, but he'd also be able to continue to take on diseases and, poisons and find cures for them, like, eternally. And for him, that's a positive. He never sees it as anything negative because he's made this choice to cure people. I never finished. I had to find more of those things, but yeah, he's never seen it as a negative. The way others would see, well, you're hurting yourself. Like to him, he's like, I know I'm hurting myself, but I'm helping more people by doing this. Because the more diseases he understands, the more he can cure because he's brilliant. It's just, not every doctor in existence has had this kind of help that he's getting from Changsheng's abilities. I'm just really, grossly emotional now. Just disgustingly emotional. I can't help it.
Stabilize. What's the hurry? Freeze. Cascade.
Can't believe Genshin would do this to me. Can't believe Genshin would do this to me once again. I also keep hitting the wrong buttons when I do this. Come on, do it. I know you wanna.
Kamisato Arc. Suiyu.
Come on. Thank you.
Oh, so sorry. Be still.
God, why am I so sniffly? This is garbage. Can't believe you make me this upset. You're my favorite fucking character. Why would you do this to me?
I will have order. Cascade.
Yeah, the truth is I'm a bubble blowing baby, but what do you want from me? Okay? Not all of us can be what was it? The salt, like, fit for the salty spittoon? Is that what it was called? I'm making SpongeBob references.
Dodge this.
Come on. Shield again.
Solidify.
Yep. I know you want to do it. Come on. Try me.
Cascade.
Your time is up. And I reap the rewards for my victory. Got 2 of this time. Not the worst. Could be worse. Now I need to go somewhere else. But first, let's fight this guy down here because I need more of those gloomy statuettes. Oh, wait.
Gather.
Take this. Oh, guests of a false land. It is time to face the truth.
Don't get frostbite.
Which I'm still wondering what these cryptid messages are from these guys, but it'll be forever till we find out why they leave us with such things to think about. Truth voided, justice inverted. Oh, partisans of heavens. Oh, partisans heaven. Or partisans of heaven. You can see I have them all marked out on my map where they all are, because I needed them for a couple weapons. I needed them for the Sumeru weapon I put on Barbara, which I kind of instead of actually hunting them down, kind of forged them, like forged the higher level ones, which means I'm out of my lower level stuff.
Stabilize. Dodge this.
Wait, ah! Okay, I didn't fall.
Freeze. Cool it.
Alright. Enough of your shenanigans, slimes.
What's the hurry?
I'm going down here to fight another serpent. I think it's a serpent knight, right? I'm not remembering that incorrectly.
Catch the wind.
I believe that's correct.
This is order.
Enter not, Outlander. Do not disturb the sleeping stone from the heavens. Which is referring to the thing down in the chasm that's like one of those pillars from Celestia. You do not belong here. I know! I came from another planet.
Solidify.
Okay. There's those two. My face is just like... My nose is runny. It's like, how about we unleash a bunch of almost tears? I mean, I did tear up real bad. I just couldn't see it because,
Osmanthus.
No. We're not asmanthusing any wine, okay? Hello, little friend. I really want to catch one of those for my teapot, and I keep failing to do so. Not that I was trying this time, but it's one of those things that I, frog. Oh, I missed the frog. It's one of those things that I really, like, one of those animals I really wanted for my teapot, but, like, I've never been able to catch. Oh my god. Excuse me. Which is kind of like kind of funny. I actually have done the experiment with the star shrooms down here. You cannot activate or burn them with Electro Pyro because this is like pre-Sumeru, and they did not update, you know, the mushrooms that are here. Probably because they're holding some of like the power for the luminescent what you call it? Luma Stone, I think. I already forgot what it's called, but it's also been a while. When I say, like, I've played this game every day and I'm, like, a day one player, essentially, I am not joking. So it's been a long time since I've interacted with some of this stuff. And then, like, I'm mostly only come down here for that boss because I still have characters I need to level up to 90 that I need that boss for. And then, like, these guys, because they drop stuff I need. So I think I've just about finished everything down here, but I could be wrong. Companion of the Tyrant, Fate, the Traveler known as Calamity.
Oh, so
I'm sorry.
Dodge this.
The Death's Beacon. Uh-oh.
Rise.
Uh-oh, Chi-Chi. No one remembers that which has passed away. Which, like, if you guys have not gotten into the chasm and you've not found these guys, each one of them gives you a really cryptic message about something that happened with Conria. So I think it's worth seeking them out. I mean, obviously I have them marked on the map and you can kind of see where they are. But like those guys, you'd have to go around like that ledge there in the other chamber and happen to find this to know that those two were here. And it's kind of the same. I think this one's behind a wall. One of these guys down here is behind a wall. Like, you wouldn't see them immediately. I think it's this one. But we'll see. Yeah, I think it's this one. Which is what I discovered completely on accident. Yeah, it's behind this wall. So basically, I did not know you could break this wall. But you can. And there's 3 guys right here. Cavern Trespassers. The Majestic One's dark curse is inescapable.
Cool it.
So how I found these guys actually was I was climbing the wall, right? Being like, what's over here? And instead of going up the wall, it put me into the crack. And you know what's on the other side of the crack? These guys.
Freeze.
So yeah, I found these guys by trying to climb, you know, the best way to travel in Genshin.
Solidify.
Be still.
In death there is awakening.
Mind the deluge.
Rise.
Cool it.
Oop. Not today.
Dodge this. Gather.
I will have order.
There we go. Yeah, so those guys are not immediately obvious that they're there. I just happened to stumble upon it, like, completely by accident. That guy, I think, is, like, if you jump down, he's there. I think. Yeah, it has to be down here, because there's no other place to go. Which, like, the chasm is one of those maps where I'm like, you guys did such a good job. Even though it took forever to find everything. Like I said, I don't even know if I did find 100% everything, but I did find a lot. Whoop. Who there art thou to stop us? We shall cleanse the tainted things from the something. I missed it.
Cool it.
There we go.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Heaven's judgment, the needle of retribution, never forget. Which, this in particular, like, the knights being down here is what hinted at the fact that like, Conrio was underground, and a lot of us missed that. I'll be honest.
Solidify.
Had it not been for the fact that, in one of the quests where, like, in one of those side quests in Sumeru, I think they kind of, like, outright pointed it out and then later confirmed it with, like, the Dainslift quest, I think.
Freeze.
Like, I never would have guessed. I never would have guessed, because I got it, like, I only guessed when, like, that one quest hinted at it, and if I could fucking remember. Whatever. I'm never gonna remember because I've done too much in this game. I've played this game for, like, 3 years straight, almost. You don't... So, the comment says, you don't think they'll change these guys when Conrio's released, do you? Or do you think we'll get more variations in dialogue when they come out? Considering the story of the chasm, I think these guys are kind of done. At least these ones in the chasm. What I think more will happen is that we'll start to see more Serpent Knights. And they'll have more to say to us. Sorry. I got boogies in my throat now. Yeah, disgusting. But, you know, because they're definitely... Obviously, Conria is, like, the big end game here. Because we know the things that have kind of happened. You know, with the chasm. I mean, with the Conria, especially because of the chasm events. And what brief descriptions we can get from, you know, the ones that we've already encountered. I think... Excuse me. I think the guys down here might be the guys down here, and we'll never, like, get any update to them or anything, because by that point they'll be so far in the past. Like, I mean, maybe there's the potential, like, if they want people to go back down into the chasm, that they will have added dialogue options to them. But I almost feel like with the way that kind of, like, they didn't even go back and, like, edit the mushrooms, like the fungus. And the star shrooms are not updated with the updates that came with Sumeru. or Sumeru. So it's kind of like, it makes me believe that they will not go back and touch old content, at least not right now. So it's hard to determine, but if they continue the trend, they won't go back and change anything. So we'll keep working with the same stuff down here for a long, long time. Unless one day they decide they need to change it. But I like the entire kind of like story of like they're stuck here because they were trying to help the Hilly Trills, which we know are Conria's people, find a place to rest. That might be like they're stuck, like eternally stuck in like a time capsule of when they were last sentient. Honestly, that's where I'm at. That's what I think. Oops. No, wait. No. Wait, that messes up my map. No. But I think like what we have for them is it in the chasm, at least. I think as more comes out, like especially now that Sumeru is a playable area, like an area we can explore. And I haven't finished that one quest. I think it's like a Fendi's Dilemma. Let me see. Oh, a Fartu's Dilemma. Which is one of the old ruin guards, kind of like giant ruin guards. I forgot what they call them. I'm a little poopy head sometimes. Is still active and shooting at anything that comes near it. And I think with that, there's probably something. Oops. Wait. No, I don't. I already read this. But I don't think explicitly the chasm will be touched for a very long time, if at all. We kind of had our big event down here, like with all the story stuff as well as like the actual event that had happened down here. And I think they kind of were like, okay, that's good enough. Time to move on to the next place, which was Sumeru.
Stabilize.
Why do you tarry this place traveler? There's only death here, only memorials of something. I missed it. That is a good question.
Dodge this.
I think even the dialogue there in this one is far more sentient than some of the others we've encountered that seem stuck in the past.
Cool it.
Life goes on.
Solidify. Freeze.
There we go. Void, emptiness, everything is void. It's like, unless we come back here for something Abyss Order related, which is also Conrail related, there will probably be no changes. I think at this point, from what they've kind of shown, the hand as they've shown as they like do these updates is like old areas that aren't important to the story don't get an update at all, despite the fact that we haven't been here for a while and things have changed in the main storyline. So
where do you want to go next?
There, it's back.
If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
So I'm not really optimistic that something's going to change down here, is what I'm saying. I think that Conria just will have more clues to like put things that they've said are like already been said down here together to make the larger picture, like paint a larger picture of what happened with Conria and the status of the Serpent Knights.
I will have order.
You know, prior to the fall of Conria.
Dodge this.
Keep pressing the wrong button. But that's my take on it. I mean, I don't know if people have other opinions or anything, because I haven't really been looking.
Rise.
My opinion's the only one that matters. No, I'm joking.
Stabilize.
I guess what I should say is that without more evidence
Be still.
to think that they're actually going to change something, they probably won't. I'm going to solidly say they're not going to.
Freeze.
Without reason, anyway.
Dodge this.
Especially since they seem to be pushing that, like, Varka's at the front of where the monsters are coming out of the abyss. Somewhere else. That might be the next kind of like group of hints we get, maybe from when we run into Varka, perhaps. Okay, bro.
Gather.
Chill, it's not that serious. I just gotta beat you up for some level up materials, you know? Come on. Oh my god. We're gonna do this again. I just want you to do that so I can stun you for a second. Come on. Come on.
Stabilize.
Come on, do it. Come on, do it. There we go. There we go.
Freeze.
I just can never hit the right button on the first try.
Dodge this. This moment will be frozen in time. Gather. Solidify. Cool it.
Be still.
Give me that. I have 3 this time. No, you're poopy garbage. Damn it. Maybe let's go. Let's look at stuff from Wagner real quick. Let's see where we're at for Hazo. And then from there, I can... Actually, I could just see what... Oh, no way. I hit the wrong thing. How we doing, Hazo? Oh, I can ascend him. Yes. I've done it.
Thanks for your trust and support, my dear partner. I couldn't have made it this far without your help. I suppose we have time for a quick high five, but then let's get back out there and solve some more mysteries.
Amazing. I have so many materials. I'm saving them for... I'll probably save them for Line A, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to Line A's release. I'm looking forward to getting him. I feel like I checked this. I feel like I already did this. Yeah, I've forged 20 items. I haven't beaten children in a card game. Hold on. You see my awful card game decks. Oh. That's right. Defeat as many foes as you can during a limit. Okay. But first, I need to challenge 2 people here before I do that. Alright, official, fight me.
For the Prinzessin blessed with this Aug de Verurtelang, a card game such as this is but a trivial matter.
Is it? Then why don't you play against me? Okay. Fight me in a children's card game, official. Fight me and show me that you are victorious. If not, it'll be me. Let's see. Wait, hold on. I need to select my first character.
Let's finish this quickly.
Interesting. And to add to that, then, here's a crazy crackpot idea, just because I like to shoot these ideas at you. And it's related a little. Do you think that the people of that region and Daneslift, by extension, have become this way because they don't have a god to defend them? It seems like the disasters there were different than the Archon War. I mean, basically, it kind of was like the way it's framed and the way that we can kind of we kind of understand what's happened with Kyria is literally the gods were like, we don't like the fact that you don't have a god and that you don't respect Celestia, so we're gonna like try and wipe you off the map.
Incoming.
And then those of you that do survive are going to be punished with eternal life and pain, you know? I'm not gonna have enough dice to like
take heart.
do
Victory
anything except for these. Actually, I'll into the fire. I'll be able to do this actually. Haha!
Hold the line.
But she's gonna get the next turn though. First. Ouch. Rude. I also, like, on that thought, now that, like, I've fucking stopped being distracted by the card game, I think the other thing is that they brought the Archons there literally to be like, look, this is what's gonna happen to you and your people if you don't listen to us. At least that's how I understood it. Which is why all the Archons had to go. I mean, obviously, we're not privy to what actually happened just yet. And who knows when we will be.
Trainee Forest Ranger Kale, reporting. I'm a rock.
But it's like, basically they were cursed and not only, you know, wiped out of existence as much as possible, but like those that remained were cursed, was to set an example of what happens when you try to defy Celestia and reach some sort of godhood without them. Or, you know, godhood without a god, essentially. God, you do so much damage. Jerk. Ah, Timaeus. Good old Timaeus. Good old tomatoes. I hope the thought makes sense, especially because I'm getting distracted by the children's card game in front of me. No, not my opponent's turn. Unless I know how to switch.
I summon thee.
Jerk. Yeah, that's fine. Because even if it does count as my
Take
turn,
heart. Victory will be ours.
I don't have to spend the elemental dice. And this way I can do this.
Allow me.
Should give her enough energy for my next turn. Let's switch to Kaching because she has more
Let's
HP.
go.
Time is against us.
Or coaching. I can get the first turn again because I decided to do that. Because I don't want Kokomi to take big boy damage. Because she baby. Right now, she had baby HP. Oh no. Oh no. Where are my healing cards? Buried in my deck somewhere. Probably because with this deck I was relying on Kokomi to like be my healer. Oh. Okay, hold on. Targets next elemental burst is +3 damage. It's only during this round though. Alright.
Fly! On the rock!
Don't want to lose Kale.
Take heart. Victory will be ours.
But she's gonna end the turn, isn't she? Oh, no. Okay, I get to end the turn. Finally, I'm gonna attack first next round. Yes.
No rest for the wicked.
It makes sense. It gives me more to think about. Thanks a lot. It gave me more to consider going forward. You're welcome. This is why I'm the endless pit of Genshin knowledge. Yeah, look, this card game, no motorcycles. I know. The disappointment. I want to play children's card games on motorcycles. How dare they? But Kokomi almost died, so I have to be a little more careful than, you know. You know, just, you know. Hold on. I could play that, but it's not really worth it right now. I think this is all, like, what I should do.
Incoming.
Okay, no more official.
One shall.
It's official. She's off the board. No, no. Okay, good. Say goodbye to your Diona.
Oh, can't keep my eyes open.
I forgot what this does. Select any mental dice to reroll. Get another chance to. Oh, I see. Well, that's okay. I'm just gonna end my turn. No! Not Kuching!
Take heart. Victory will be
Oh
ours.
my freaking god. I've done a bad thing. I'm so sorry. And I can't even play that because the round's over. I don't think it's gonna let me. Ugh. What inopportune timing. Well, the only thing I have left is Dendro, so might as well make it count. Oh, you stinky poop head. Okay, let's see. No! Frick!
Forest ranger. Forever.
We're doing that again. Fuck you, official. Oh, look, I got Timmy. I can play him first.
Take heart. Victory will be ours.
Alright, let's try not to lose this time. Can you give me more hydro than that? For fuck's sake. Let's play Timmy. Play this. No, I want this. Let's do this. switch.
By royal decree.
Let's go. Time is against us.
They'll probably, yeah, she'll probably end the turn. Will she? Okay, no. She's gonna end the turn before me though, because I want to do this.
Incoming.
Boba, get them!
Oh wait, no! I can end the turn first. Haha. Now I shall start the next round. Ow. Rude. Okay. Could you give me more useful things for this turn, please? Thank you. Alright, first, for my first move, I'll heal Kaching. For my second move, I'll use the boomerang.
Go!
And for my next move after that, I'm gonna switch to Kokomi. We're gonna switch to Kokomi. Oh, I'm scared. They mean business.
We'll need a strategy.
Yeah, because they ended the round before me. Rip.
Allow me.
Yeah, it's not gonna do me any good to do that, so I'm just gonna end my round now. Ow. Ugh. Why? The dice show me no favor. Another pylon.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
How dare you? I'm just gonna have to hope I can do this.
Don't blink. Dinner's gonna burn.
What are you gonna do? Official.
No rest for the wicked.
Be rude as bitch, apparently. Okay.
We'll need a strategy.
Alright, let's make it count.
Torrance, bring refuge. Oh.
I'm gonna switch to Kale before I can. Yep. That's fine. I'm gonna switch to Kale so that Kokomi doesn't die. And I've saved her. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Not super useful, but I'll make it work.
Think you can bully me?
Maybe a little bit.
Hold the line.
Yeah, I figured I was gonna freeze her. But I didn't notice it until I was already in the motion.
I'll ensure your safety.
No rest for the wicked.
Ouch. Oh, no, not Kale. Don't bully my Kale.
Hi!
By royal decree.
Ouch. They're bullying my Kale. The issue is that I have nothing to switch with, so I'm gonna have to end it like this, and she is going to perish. Yeah.
No. Not like this.
Rest in peace, Kale. You've done well, little forest ranger. You've done well. Okay, so I can... I mean, that works for me. So... yeah, that'll be fine.
Hold the line. Shadow Raven, let night fall.
You know what? You stinky poop head.
Strategy needed.
You stinky stink butt stinkers McStinkerton. Take this.
Incoming.
Mein Fräulein.
Think you can bully me?
Oh gosh. I'm gonna lose again. Aren't I? By 1 frickin' HP. Unless? Oh, this might be the miracle pain, like, this, a miracle of the century, boys. Heck yes, this is all I needed. Hold on. Let's go! I won!
Cut to the chase.
Oh, I smell wine.
See, official. You're officially done for.
Nemesis of the Prinzessin. How hast thou escaped the cascading forces of fate?
With my awesome dad jokes and puns. That's how. I just need to be at 1 more for the weekly. I was just looking for someone to duel, and here you are. What do you say? Care to duel against me? Eat this. I'm switching that deck, though. For some reason, that deck was working so well, and now it's just cursed. We're just going to use this one. I think this is fine, actually.
This will be interesting.
This will be interesting. Because I think the whole thing I had set up with this one was that it's everybody else is like kind of like to make reactions with D-Luke. Was kind of the idea. Yes, I got my cryo boys. First of all, after an opposing character is defeated, if the character this card is attached to is the active character, create Omni Element ×2. Okay. I think I got this specifically for Kaya. I could be wrong. I could be yanking my own leg on this one. We'll see. Alright, so, but I will take this guy out.
Dodge this!
Create 2 more Omni. Haha!
Don't push your luck.
Do that. Switch to D, Luke.
Let's go.
And then, well, bam. Alright. They're gonna go first, so that's okay. I'm gonna use this. And then end my round. Alright. We've got DD Luke. Front and center. Okay. No wonder I'm so tired. I just saw what time it was. Anyway. We've got Hilly Turtles to defeat. And bam. Well, that's a little stinky, but okay. I'll switch to Jean.
Lead.
Oh shit, did they declare the end of their round? No matter. I will destroy. And then continue on. I looked down for like 2 seconds and I missed what happened. Alright. I know I want more cryo because I'm going to switch back to Kaya. Alright, unless the game says play Jean. Okay. Alright. I mean, I guess it helps me get more energy for her. And her big heal. Lamau? You wanted me to play Jean, but did you consider the consequences of your actions? Okay, well, it's fine. So I kick his butt. Kick your Hilly Turtle's butt, Lon. How you like them apples? Now I have no animo. You're gonna make me play a Jean and then be like, haha, no. Whatever, you're lucky.
Go as one.
I probably could have done it with a basic attack too, but you know what, whatever. That's what they all say. Not expecting me to be good at card games. Well, you know what? I'm not good at card games. I'm awful at them. Anyway, I think that may in fact be the end of this week's Genshin solo Genshin grind, because how late it is, unfortunately. So yeah, thank you everybody who has come by and watched. I hope you were as moved as I was by Baiju's self-sacrificing nature. I hope you liked some little card games on motorcycles. I hope you like my theories about Serpent Knights, and yeah. Make sure that you have a good night if it's nighttime for you like it is for me. And you have a good day.
I have to stifle
if
a
it's
smile
daytime.
every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today. Panic-stricken, but unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition.
Ayato, please.
Yes, this was a fine idea.
Yes, we stand Baizhu. We 100% stand Baizhu. He is the best boy. The most magnificent boy. One we all should aspire to be like. So, have a good whatever time of day it is. And remember, this is a trash can, not a trash can community. And I will maybe see you tomorrow if the pretty pink raccoon is feeling better and she wants to, grind some stuff for Genshin. For now, goodbye.